The sun rose gently over the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow across the lush green landscape of Fantasy Island. The morning air was crisp and filled with the sweet scent of tropical flowers, creating an atmosphere that felt both magical and deeply welcoming. Walking down the main path, the enigmatic host dressed in a pristine white suit turned to his small companion with a pleasant expression. "Good morning, class. Good morning, Tattoo." Smiles, everyone. Smiles. Tattoo adjusted his coat, looking out toward the dock where a sleek boat was arriving, bringing the day's new visitors. He squinted his eyes as he noticed an attractive woman stepping onto the platform. "Wow, boss, who is the dish?" Mr. Rourke chuckled softly at his assistant's enthusiastic terminology, shaking his head with an indulgent expression. "Dish? The lady is Miss Linda Whitney. She works for Fresh Magic Cosmetics." Tattoo looked closer, noting her elegant posture and professional attire, which seemed to radiate a quiet confidence despite a hint of underlying exhaustion. "Is she a model?" Mr. Rourke folded his hands behind his back, his voice carrying the deep wisdom of a man who understood the deepest desires of the human heart. "She is a secretary." "What is her fantasy?" "Miss Whitney is tired of the injustices her occupation often forces her to endure. Her fantasy is to become the boss." Tattoo nodded sympathetically, a wave of recognition crossing his features. "I know the feeling." Mr. Rourke offered a gentle, knowing smile, glancing down at his loyal helper. "Then perhaps you, too, have something to learn." He then redirected his gaze toward another couple stepping off the boat, their body language contrasting sharply with the general excitement of the other holidaymakers. "That guy don't look too happy. He has reason not to be, Tattoo. That is Mr. Jesse Morrow. And the lady is his wife, Kathy. She looks happy enough." "Yes, Mrs. Morrow thinks they are on vacation. Her husband loves her too much to tell her the real reason they are here." Sounds scary." "It is more than scary, my friend. Mr. Morrow is a victim of a recurring and terrifying dream. His fantasy is to be rid of his nightmare forever." "What does he dream?" "That he murders his wife." The crowd of guests gathered near the elegant open-air pavilion, where refreshments were laid out and the gentle breeze rustled the palm fronds overhead. Mr. Rourke stepped forward, raising his hands in a gesture of grand hospitality. "My dear guests, I am Mr. Rourke, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island." The guests applauded, and as the gathering began to disperse into their respective sub-adventures, Mr. Rourke made his way over to Linda Whitney, who was looking around at the beautiful surroundings with a mixture of awe and professional scrutiny. He offered her a warm greeting and mentioned a specific piece of work he had reviewed prior to her arrival. "This Fresh Magic Cosmetics ad is excellent, Miss Whitney, excellent." Linda smiled, though there was a touch of bitterness in her voice as she remembered the corporate reality back home. "Thank you. My boss got a raise and a promotion for that ad. But you told me that you did the ad." "That is just it, I did. Mr. Rourke, I have been a secretary with Fresh Magic Cosmetics for more than years now. I know that company inside and out. I have got great ideas, great ones. But do I get the credit? No. Do I get a promotion? No. Do I get overexcited? You bet." Mr. Rourke listened attentively, validating her feelings with a supportive nod. "I admire your enthusiasm, Miss Whitney. And I believe we can do something to relieve your frustration. Do you think you could prove your ability in, say, 2 days?" "Absolutely. Now I admire your confidence. How does Vice President in charge of advertising and publicity sound to you, huh? Too good to be true." "How?" "The president of the conglomerate that owns Fresh Magic Cosmetics is an old and dear friend of mine. I told him about your fantasy and he has agreed to let you demonstrate what you can do." Linda gasped, her eyes widening as the reality of the opportunity began to set in. "You mean I don't have to type anymore or take dictation or smile?" "Of course not. You are an executive now." "That is right. I am going to be great. I will be decisive but fair. I will be tough but gentle. I will be Cree. I only have 2 days to prove myself." 2 days. To make you feel more at home, we have moved your office to Fantasy Island. Good luck, Miss Whitney." Within a short time, Linda found herself standing inside a beautifully appointed executive office that had been set up perfectly on the island premises, complete with large windows overlooking the ocean. Her corporate team and files had been seamlessly integrated into the environment. Terry, a staff member, walked in with a bundle of documents, offering a genuine smile. "Linda, I just heard about your promotion. Congratulations." "Oh, thanks, Terry. Mr. Troy, I need you to go over these layouts. You have a meeting at 4. Just then, the door swung open rather loudly, and Roxanne, a highly competitive colleague from the corporate office, strode in with her arms crossed, looking around the spacious room with obvious envy. "Well, well, well. You finally made it out of the typing pool. Hi, Roxanne. Why you and not me? That is what I would like to know." "Well, I have been at Fresh Magic a long time." "True. I keep forgetting our age difference." "Well, congrats. Hey, I just hope you can handle it. A desk would help. Follow me. It is all yours. Don't get too hysterical. That lettering washes off with water. Roxanne. In a couple of days, it will be carved in stone." Meanwhile, in one of the luxurious private villas on the other side of the island, Mr. Rourke arrived to check on the Moreau family. The villa was elegant, yet an undeniable tension hung in the air. Kathy Moreau opened the door, looking slightly weary but putting on a brave and cheerful face for her guest. "Oh, Mr. Rourke, please come in." "Thank you, Miss Moreau. I was expecting your husband to stop by my office." "Is he here?" "Believe it or not, he is taking a nap. He has not been sleeping very well the past couple of weeks." "Yes, he did mention that difficulty to me when he made arrangements for your visit." "Oh, did he?" "Yes. Well, you know, he won't even discuss it with me." Suddenly, from the adjoining bedroom, a loud, panicked cry broke the silence. Jesse Moreau bolted upright in his bed, sweat pouring down his face, his eyes wide with a lingering terror. "Jesse. Kathy. Now. Oh, Jesse. Oh, Jesse, darling. You are awake now. It is okay." Mr. Rourke stepped into the room, his demeanor shifting to one of profound seriousness and empathy as he looked at the distressed husband. "Perhaps it is time you told your wife the truth, Mr. Moreau." Jesse looked up at his wife, his hands trembling slightly as he finally decided to break his silence. "I don't have a lot of bad dreams, Kathy. I just have one. I keep dreaming over and over again that I am trying to kill you." Kathy reached out, wrapping her arms around him tightly, trying to soothe the irrational fear with her warmth. "Oh, darling. Well, that is just a silly dream. Unfortunately, it is more than that, Mrs. Moreau. Your husband's grandfather and great-grandfather also had such dreams. And each resulted in tragedy. You don't mean that they..." At exactly 1 minute past midnight on their Nam Moi Th birthdays, each of your husband's ancestors murdered their wives. Kathy froze, a chill running down her spine as she looked from Mr. Rourke back to Jesse. "Oh, my God. Try to understand, Kathy, that tomorrow is my birthday." "Oh, darling. Well, it is still just a dream. I mean, it is a coincidence. Jesse, your mother's still alive. My father was killed in an automobile accident when he was BA Moi Tam. Don't you remember? Jesse. Jesse. You love me, and I love you. Why, that is stronger than any family curse or whatever you think this is." Jesse looked down, the weight of generations pressing heavily upon his shoulders. "I used to think that way, but my nightmare is so real that I can't take the chance, Kathy. It was the wives that were murdered. If I divorce Kathy today, she would be safe." Mr. Rourke stepped closer, his voice rich with moral authority. "Now, you can help us out, Mr. Rourke. You know as well as I do there is much, much more to marriage than mere words on a paper or the subterfuge of a convenient divorce, Mr. Moreau." "Then what can we do?" "Your problem originated in a country house just outside Marseilles, where your ancestors lived. I am afraid, Mr. Moreau, to reach the end you desire, it will be necessary to start at the beginning." "You mean you want us to go to that house in France?" No. Here on Fantasy Island. The house will exist exactly as it was in the past, but only for the duration of your fantasy. When you are ready, all you have to do is go through that door and follow the pathway to find it. Is this the only way, Mr. Rourke? I assure you it is. I must also warn you, the only weapon you take with you is your love for each other. Guard it well, Mr. and Mrs. Moreau. Back at the bustling Island Executive Suite, Linda Whitney was experiencing the true whirlwind of managerial responsibility. The phones were ringing off the hook, and documents were piling up on her new mahogany desk. She grabbed one receiver, trying to maintain her composure. Hello. Yes, I am looking at them right now. They are much improved and I love it. You bet. Could you hold on a sec? Thank you. She pressed a button to switch lines. Hello. Yes, Mr. Norton. May I call you back? Thank you. Hold on. She turned to an assistant who was waiting for a signature. David, thank you very much. Roxanne, I have got to have a secretary, please. Could you tell personnel to speed it up a little bit? Thank you. How did Rosalind Russell do it? Before she could catch her breath, Ed Turner, her former boss and a man known for his patronizing attitude toward female staff, walked into the office with a smug grin on his face. Linda, sweetheart, I heard about your promotion. I want you to know I am absolutely ticked. I know I have lost the best secretary a guy could ever have, but, hey, this way we can visit in the executive washroom, huh? Hey, your sink or mine, huh? How much are they paying you? Linda stood up straight, refusing to let him diminish her achievement. That is none of your business, Mr. Turner. I mean Ed. That little, huh? I have got a lot of work to do. Ed smirked, waving his hand dismissively. Temper. You have no reason to be mad at me. When I heard about your promotion, I was just playing. Tickled. Right. Do you know why? You lost your mind. Funny. Now, I think you are going to prove a theory of mine right. Yes. Well, basically, it is that a woman just can't cut it as an executive. Really? Yeah. Well, I mean, you ladies are good for MOT or high things. Like thinking up ideas that our boss takes the credit for. Like falling on your cute little. Busy, Ed. I am very busy. That is all right. I was just leaving. It is all right. I just wanted to let you know that I know all about this. This whole setup is just temporary. You have got only high noi to prove yourself. So I am holding your job open for you. You are going to need it. You know something, Ed? Before she could finish her sentence, there was a polite knock on the open door. Come in. A tall, well-built man with a highly professional demeanor stepped into the room, holding a notepad and a pen. Miss Whitney? Yes. I am Jack Friday, your new secretary. Ed Turner let out a loud, mocking laugh as he walked past Jack toward the exit. Some secretary, her, sweetheart. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Time is running out. Linda tried to ignore Ed's parting shot and turned her attention to the production crew currently setting up a commercial shoot in the corner of the large studio space connected to her office area. George, can we take the camera off the tripod and get a few on your knees down in there, as close as possible? Thank you. Okay, remember, crazy, wild, hot. Keep moving. Never stop. Keep in constant motion. She then turned around to face her new assistant, feeling a bit self-conscious about the reversal of traditional roles. Mr. Friday? Just plain Jack will do. Jack, I don't know if we can work this out right. What is the matter? Am I too tall? Too hairy? I am not precious. I am looking forward to working for you. You are. Yeah. Women who have attained your level of success have worked hard to get there. They tend to have their priorities straight and are generally more compassionate and understanding than their male counterparts. They also have better legs. Linda couldn't help but smile at his candor and supportive attitude. When did you decide to become the secretary? About a thing ago, when my unemployment benefits ran out. And what was your prior job? Aeronautics engineer. I worked for a company that designed jetliners. Guess whose company went under when the recession hit the big airlines? Yours. Yeah. But guess who spent his last tram bucks going to secretarial school so he wouldn't starve waiting for it to all be over? You. That is right. And I got straight A's all the way through. I would type Tam Moi words a minute, and I would take shorthand at MOT Tram Hai Moi. Linda felt a surge of respect for his resilience and determination. Make a note. Hire that man Friday. Thanks, boss. Just as they were settling into a productive rhythm, Ed Turner popped his head back into the office, his eyes gleaming with malicious delight as he observed the two of them working together. Well, well, well. The odd couple. You mean you and you, Ed? Oh, how sad. Only a few hours, and already you are starting to crack under the pressure. Are you kidding? I will handle this. Are you kidding? I have never been more serious. Linda, you are playing in the big leagues now. You have got to be ready to feel anything they throw at you. I am ready. You have got to be willing to do anything to get the job done. I am willing. You are willing to do anything to get Vito Orsati's endorsement. Linda hesitated for a fraction of a second at the mention of the name. Vito Orsati, the clothes designer. Vito Orsati, the lech. An important lech. We need his endorsement for our new line of fragrances, remember? Ed, the whole celebrity endorsement campaign was my idea, remember? Tell that to Vito at lunch. Lunch? Right. Oh, by the way, Vito likes women to be nice to him. You ready to be nice, Linda? Lunch with Vito. Oh, great. Meanwhile, Jessie and Kathy Moreau had walked through the designated door and followed the winding pathway deep into the island's interior. The air grew dense and cool, and before long, they found themselves standing in front of an old, Gothic-style country house that looked as though it had been transported directly from 19th-century France. The wooden door creaked open, revealing a dark, dusty interior filled with antique furniture covered in cobwebs. A kitchen. How appetizing. Oh, God. So much for the grand tour. Moi Bay rooms full of rats and dust. Charming. I never promised you a honeymoon, Cotton. Kathy walked over to an old wooden table in the center of the room and stopped in surprise as she noticed a single, fresh flower sitting in a simple vase amidst the decay. How strange. A red rose. Oh, thorn. Suddenly, Jessie let out a sharp cry of pain as he tried to examine an old latch on the window, cutting his hand on a sharp piece of metal. Direct pressure first aid, that is what is in order. Shouldn't you be applying that pressure to my thumb? I was working my way on down. No. Out of the shadows of the dim kitchen, an eccentric old man wearing an archaic apron stepped forward, holding a small cleaver and looking at them with a wide, eerie grin. Who are you? Why, I be Hogarth, Master Jessie. How do you know my name? I be part of your past as well as part of your future, sir. The hell you are. Now, what are you doing here? Why, I be cutting off the head of the little chicken, sir. Jessie. I prepared him to feed you guests. Oh, we ungon na be a grand party tonight, don't you know? Your birthday party, sir. Who are you? The caretaker who? Ah, Missy, yes. I take great care. Great care. Jessie stepped between the strange old man and his wife, his protective instincts kicking in. Get out of here with that thing. As you wish, sir. I go back to my little chicken. Oh, if you need me, Master Jessie, I be close by. Close by, that can be assured, Master Jessie. Come on. Later that afternoon, Linda Whitney arrived at an upscale, dimly lit restaurant on the island to meet with the famous fashion designer. Vito Orsati was sitting at a central table, dressed flamboyantly and oozing an overbearing sense of self-importance. As Linda approached, he stood up and kissed her hand with dramatic flair. Mr. Orsati, I am Linda Whitney. I am honored. No. I am blessed. Please, sit down. Would you like some sake? Allow me. Linda immediately